こんにちは。エドワードゲーミング VS RNG。まさかのアニーバン。ミッドのチャンプ、おめえ、アニー、ガリオ、バンされて、何も使えねえだろうと。ここでライズまたファーストピックするか？アニーバン、何年ぶりよ。ライズ。いや、俺正直シンドラがいいと思うんだよね。アニーよりも。アニーの上位互換だと思うんだけど、シンドラが。あ、ちょっと待って。リーシンが開いたね。ずっとバンされてたの。ここでクラインは何をやるのか。ミッドのモーガンさん何をやる？中国のセロス。中国のセロスはちょっと言い過ぎだな。セロスはハイマーディンガーとジグスだけよ。一応クライン、TF ルーブラン、ライズ、ガリオ、アニ使えるからチャンピオンプールはもう超えてるよ。来年アリアが別チーム行ってセロス戻ってこねえかな。 TSM もビアキスに帰ってくるし。ライズピックしてからのリーシンミスフォーチュン。ああ、フェルスバンしてるんだ。エドワードゲーミング、ここでエズリアル・ユーミ。レートゲームですね。RNG はここでサポートをピックするだよな。ノーチラス。得意のノーチラス。最後の試合ですよ。そうだ、これ最後の試合だ。2勝2敗。ここでオラフバン。リーシン相手は死んじゃうって決まってるけどね。オラフをバンします。死んじゃうもバンするか？おお、これちょっと待って。グレーブスもジェイソンも空いてる。どっちか取りそう。エドワードゲーミングが本当トップがね、グブとジェイス以外今年やってない。懸念バン。ここで RNG は信者をバンするのか、グレーブスをバンするのか。でもグブピックしたらまた、あ、ルシアンはバンされてんのか。ホッピー。ああ、確かにそうだね。ポッピージャングルいたね。リーシン相手超強えもんな。エズリアルとユーミが永遠にポークできるからね。ポッピーがいるとエンゲージができないんで。あ、ポッピーバン確かに賢い。危ねえ。ポッピーバンしてなかったら負けたんじゃない？ポッピーは普通に強いんだよね。マルザハール。もうミッドめちゃくちゃ狙われてんじゃん。シンドラ、これでシンドラクソうまかったら笑うわ。シンドラやれよ。何を取るミッド？オリアナ、まあスタンダードだね。なんだ、メタキャラクター使えるんかい。RNG シールド構成だね。エドワードゲーミング、ここで J4 刺さるだろうね。でもリーシン相手不利なんだよな。J4 がユーミとも相性言うわけでもないし。いや、このトップフランドレマジでグレーブスとジェイスしかやらねえ。エビのナーとアゴットみたいな感じやね。でも一応エドワードゲーミングのトップはメタキャラクター2体を使うのか。グレーブス。懸念がなくなったからトップ誰を選ぶ？グエン。グエンにシールド張りまくって戦えばいけるか？強いか？どっちが強いだろう。 レーンの主導権は RNG が握ってそう。序盤は RNG 強そうね。RNG のこのノーチラスが動いてゲームスノーボールできるかどうか。レートゲームはエドワードゲーミングのライズ・エズリアル有利だろうな。序盤の RNG とレートゲームのエドワードゲーミング。今回エズリアルバリアヒールエグゾースト、かなりディフェンシブですね。RNG のジャングルリーシンピック、これ毎回バンされてたからこのリーシンがどう動くか楽しみだな。レベル1グレーブス待ち伏せている。一方的に殴る。経験値が吸えない。これきついね。レベル1でノーチラスはこうやるよね。ただバリアーだからダメージが全然通らないな。お、エズリアルマイブリンク？ノーチがフックがないから。いやー、エドワードゲーミングレン強っ。レーンうまいね。レーンはエドワードゲーミングが強い印象はあるな。Look at the mini map though. Right now, Wei hovering around bot side. Not sure if they're actually trying to bait out a play or not.
Looking for the play with Wei, but it hits the minion. He's got a shield, flashes to find the stun. Is that enough to kill? It's one, and Mako could not possibly leave. Wei is here on time, and there's no Jarvan to be seen. They're gonna get Wei the second.
ズベンしたね。
RNG are winning bot lane. That's what you're looking for from the draft. The Lee Sin.
アジアチームはズベンもズベニングもズベンを超えるのか。とてつもない速さでフラッシュアウトしたな。ズベンはマイブリンクしてあってなってフラッシュするけど、バイパー一瞬でフラッシュしたね。リーシンが見えてなかったのかな。ギリギリ射程外だったのかな。これはリーシンがうまく待ち構えてましたね。ここでもね、アジアチームがうまさを見せてくれるね。ズベンを本家を超えてきた。
Now I wonder, I mean, Viper's got to keep his head up though, because that Arcane Shift is what caused a double kill, right? You are in game 5. This is elimination, and you caused this death. You didn't track the Lee Sin well enough, didn't think he might be there in time. Arcane Shift's right into a Nautilus, and suddenly it's going pear-shaped. But that said, the gold is close. Top lane, big lead. Jungle out farming. 7K for 6.8. EDG are not out of this game by any means.
ミスフォーチュンに切る、そしてリーシンに切る。今 J4 はまだバックしてなくて、リーシンはバックしてアイアンスパイクウィップか。ジャングル差つきそうだな。 J4 はピカックス、ファーム差が出ます。
When Mako jumped off, he's the one who actually got the kill there for the side of EDG. That money did not go into Viper's pockets, and so he's stuck on just the Doran's Blade and Tier. Not a lot of extra damage coming through here will lessen a lot of this poke.
I mean, even looking at jungle, right? Wei already having his Iron Spike whip as compared to a pickaxe on the opposite side, so when you look at RNG's draft, you already knew they'd be looking for these bottom side focused, either ganks or even 3v3s. That is where Nautilus
ミッドクラインちょっとやられてるね。6以降からはオリアナ、てか連戦はオリアナが有利そうだけどな。ヤンカーセもできるし、射程差もあるし。
I like the quick swap over to top side there as well for a brief second to remind us of how Flandre was able to get, you know, this 150 health lead, and zoning Xiaohu out of experience of the first couple melees, by the way, forced him to sit under turret, out of experience rates, and yet
Xiaohu still caught right back up in CS. That to me is impressive. With so much of the camera time spent down on bottom side, for the Gwen to have
ドラゴン触りますエドワードゲーミング。
being able to recover like that.
ウェーブボトムでけえウェーブ作って、ここで主導権握ってますね。
A second Doran's item comes in and a blasting wand, and Xiaohu will try to keep fighting for the farm. The TP difference won't be too big, but EDG do have bot lane pressure. JJ able to grab the first dragon of the game, and very early on, this can certainly
J4 かわいそう。
time ticks on, EDG get rid of more vision.
Yeah, and you can see that RNG were expecting some kind of aggressive play bot. Maybe they were thinking a dive was coming through because Wei was actually hovering underneath the turret. They saw that Scout had moves, so not too concerned about the dragon. We are going to see Wei just wrap around right now. Maybe just keep hammering home on the bottom lane is what they want to do. Viper still doesn't have flash for maybe 20, 30 more seconds, so the potential is there.
オリシンレベル5。アイテム差はある？あー、リシン外れした。J4 入ってきた。あー、リシンやらかしました。でもユーミのキル。ライズがウルトできたぞ。ダメージが足りない。オリアナウルト使って。
Wei's got to know that blowing that Scryer's Bloom gives away your position, and EDG, Viper, the confidence of this man, they just stay fully pushed up in lane, well knowing that this is going to be a wraparound from Wei, daring him to come for it.
リーシンが6だったらね。
On the queue, right before Arcane shifting
よかったん
over,
だ
and
け
the
ど。
confidence, JJ follows with the EQ flash with Jarvan for the knockup. He's got to know that his position was revealed blowing the plant, and they think they can outplay. Oh, doesn't hit it.
Yeah, so close, but not able to do it. Really nice turn, JJ flashing from the EQ combo to be able to secure that kill. Even Scout has a realm warp, so he's able to follow up, but we got some action on the top side.
ただリーシンがここで J4 捕まえるけどエズリアルユーミが寄ってる。オリアナ逃げれるか？逃げれそうですね。
Meanwhile, with the top wave building, that's all they're going to be able to push in. EDG, huge victory over the map early on. Very long.
ドラゴン触るのはエドワードゲーミング。
Time compared to death timer time, so everybody should be able to get there pretty quickly as the Rift Tail takes a while to finish.
間に合うか RNG。 ちょっと陣形崩れてますよ。序盤有利なのはエドワードゲーミング。RNG ちょっと厳しいね。
I mean, even the state of the map being in a decent place, Wave in a nice spot for Viper to go catch down in the bottom side, and RNG really having no way to answer. Looks like they might try and push into topside jungle. They've pushed in top, and Ming's still waiting around, but no real objective to convert.
I will say one of the reasons that Viper
勝てないことはないけど。
for that play is sacrificing the wave on bottom side. Gala finished up pushing it in. That's why pushing back now towards them. So Gala got the extra wave of money, but EDG got the extra play and got the bigger value ticket item here with the Rift Herald play. That's an early sacrifice though with the bottom lane moving.
Yeah, Gala, I was completely wrong. Gala being able to catch the wave. Nice
エズリアルファームは食えてねえな。
That can even out. We're going to have to see what EDG are able to do with the Herald themselves. Wei though.
Almost a 1v4. JJ does have his ulti. Wei doesn't have flash. So it's a dunk. The kick will not matter. That is a kill picked up. Wei sadly too far up with no pressure in his lanes.
And we've seen now Viper and Mako being a consistent duo moving around the map together. They didn't really have a wave to answer, able to just easily move back up and
ユーミエズリアルが動いてキル取ってる。
Finding the small win so far. Gold's still pretty close. EDG only about 1k ahead, and we're waiting to see the big explosion come out from RNG. Though we did point out RNG's comp definitely indexed more.
エズリアルスキル当てるのうまいね。
EDG taking advantage of these early moves. Since the first play, it has been much more well coordinated on the side of EDG. Using information, Scryer's plant popped. Okay, set up the counter here, finish up your Krugs, come through with the flash for the EQ, win that play. Then early rotate bottom, we'll sack a wave, make the play up on top side for the Rift Tail. Then punishment on Wei. He's trying to solo invade for vision. That, as Keijo would say, is illegal. You cannot go without the support. You cannot go without the mid prio. Gets appropriately punished there, and EDG have really cleaned this one up.
And ever since then, EDG being on the front foot, Scout now just able to continuously push out top and push out mid and hover towards top side. Will put Xiao under threat when Flandre is in the lane, but RNG wanted to keep nailing down on this win condition of bot side. Scout does have TP though.
Viper entirely alone, but double summoners up and the Yuumi on the way. They're not going to get much done here. A little bit of poke if nothing else. Way still waiting. Arcane shift down.
リーシン 待ち伏せている。
Not going to make that play. TP down on both solo laners means there's no reinforcements.
エドワードゲーミングはここでトップのタワーを取りに行くか。リーシンが今ボトム側で移りました。
EDG just doing a really nice job of converting their pressure, not leaving any openings up on the map now for them. Flandre will be unlocked.
ファーストタワーでかいな。
The thing is, if you can't find anything, we've seen many times top laners trying to
このボトムサイドで何か決めないといけない。グレーブスの TP があと5秒だから無理だね。ドラゴン1個取るだけか。こっから RNG はドラゴン全部取らなきゃいけません。ちょっとレートゲームが弱いんでね。ブルーチームと比べたら。
To just take the dragon, that is your consolation prize for the top side focus and tower on the side of EDG.
Nice little jump back by Flandre, but loses his recall. That said, temporary level lead as they have pushed an extra wave up there.
This also goes back to what we were hitting on in draft and before the game about EDG having these winning and pushing lanes, is that this is where EDG thrive in terms of just being able to meticulously control the game.
アニーバンがツイッターのトレンド入りしてた。確かにアニーバンは驚いたな。
For RNG at this point, it feels like you're playing more defensive. You're going to be looking to cross map, keep control of your own camps, scale up to a point to where Orianna and Gwen can start dealing some damage.
Yeah, as talked about for Chet Select, it was always part of RNG's game plan to sack some early game pressure top side and focus more on that bottom side. So Gala, to their credit, has been able to eat up the extra minion waves. They have been able to secure themselves at least one of these dragons to put a stop of some early game roll from EDG. And even taking up some of these jungle camps. Wow, spotted.
Oh my god. わあ、しかもエズリアルのキルか。
The one part that was getting money. Oh no, it all comes crashing down. JJ says hands off that jungle camp.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised Gala flashed.
ミスフォーチュンフラッシュヒール使って死んじゃったよ。これもうちょっとやばいね、このデスは。
It's so hard to resign yourself to death. That to me is just so much frustration.
Yep.
Where he's just like, oh, I can flash the EQ, and then yes, you're still dead, but you have to give up on that play. Sunk cost fallacy there.
ゴールド差が出てきています。
EDG are just swimming in it right now with this side of the map winning as well off of that well-timed invade to find the farming misfortune. Guess what? You've got a bounty on the Ezreal, even with so much focus on top side.
なかなか農地が動かせないね。もっとロームするかと思ったけど。
Sniper gets himself a kill. Where he goes, so goes EDG. That was a nice play. A good pickup, and you can see the gold difference, 2,000. Dragons tied. Edward Gaming, their first ever World Championship semifinal on the line, and they are winning in the climactic Game 5.
And you can see how EDG are doing this. You have Flandre push out top, go and cover mid, Scout immediately going down towards bot side, and the play's coming out.
Okay, TP's coming in. There's the first knockup. Gala trying to kite.
なんだこれ。ちょっと猫が目の前にいるから何も見えねえ。
A 2-0 so far. Xiaohu not going to find anything as the shockwave hits nothing at all. And here comes Yuumi healing up Scout. Will he die?
ちょっと待って、何が起きてんだ。
And they do not have the damage. It's 3 unanswered. It's 4.
エドワードゲーミングが勝ったのか？勝ったな。
Crying alone as their hopes dwindle before their very eyes.
ちょっと待って、リプレイプリーズ。うちのミスターが画面の真ん中に立っちゃった。これでゲーム終わった感じがする。リプレイ。
it's just that. Lyric, this one is snowballing out of control.
And they found the answer. It was ban Annie all along in RNG. Now having no way of pushing forward. They try to swap it up. They try to
ここではいはい RNG が狙われる裏からテレポートされる。先手必勝エドワードゲーミングミスフォーチュンがウルト打てずに死亡。ここでオリアナがウルトを使うけどライズにフラッシュアウトされてライズがしっかりいなしてオリアナが逃げれないように待ち伏せて、いやーライズうめえ。ちょっとボトムがあそこでプッシュするのが良くなかったですね。RNG がもう囲まれた状態からチームファイト始まっちゃったからミスフォーチュンがウルト打てなかった。ノーチもノーチはね自分から仕掛けてワンコンするのが強さなんだけど引っかかるとダメだね。ノーチの CC で1人捕まえるっていう動きがうわーエズリアルスキル全部当てるやん。ライズここでノーチラス持ってく。レートゲームエドワードゲーミングの方が強いのよ。ユーミエズリアルグレーブスライズはちょっと強すぎないか。トータルゴールド差ドラゴン差タワー差構成差序盤壊せるかなと思ったんだけどな RNG。 今回いまいちリングが動けないね。おっとノーチラスが動くと思ったんだけどミングが動いてゲームの有利取るみたいなイメージはあるんだけど RNG は。Trying to scale up this team fight. Ming, when you see someone out of position, throw the Hail Mary, throw for the engage. This is not it. They don't have any deep vision, no exposed members. You have to be patient when you're trying to forge a comeback out of a situation like this. I think patience is the perfect word. RNG are going to need to switch off the LPL side of their brain of like, hey, we're this far behind, like just keep looking for picks, keep going in. It's like, no, when you have an early game, バイパーはこのシリーズでちょっと死にすぎた感じはあるけど連戦はマジで強いね。メイコも波も使えてユーミも使えてサポートのプールの幅が広い。But you have to tell yourself that just for the mental, for the team, you know, keep your morale up, try and focus it, and hope that you'll find a better opening, a better situation. グレーブス今回重賞アイテムをセカンドで買っただと。ノーチラスのワンチャンこれで勝てなかったら終わりです。グレーブスは硬すぎてな。てかオリアナいねえじゃん。グレーブスのフラッシュは使わせる。
I'm actually surprised that Flandre even committed flash so early, considering Cryan had just been showing on the bottom wave as well. Maybe fearing that
このシリーズレオナ出てなくね。
I feel like any extended fight
レオ
that
ナ
would
ク
have
ソ
happened,
ぶっ壊れ
EDG
てる
actually
と思うんだ
probably
け
would
ど。
have been in a fine position to take, but the respect is coming out again. Game 5, this pretty much a best of one. Decides everything if you keep going forward. If EDG for the first time ever make it to semifinals, all matters in this moment.
I mean, I am nervous for them because there's so much to make up here on the side of EDG.
いやこれは RNG。 ノーチラスとリーシンとオリアナのウルトでなんか有利取らないとね。リーシンの隕石は決まらずまともに5対5したら勝てませんよ。ワンコンしないと。この狭いところでノーチラスとオリアナとミスフォーチュンウルトが全部決まればな。リーシン キック狙ってる。リーシン結構いい位置にいるぞ。リーシン結構いい位置にいるけど、ライズがどこにいるか見えてないか。メテオスみたい。バレた。
It's something that EDG have been doing really well so far, right? Is controlling the side waves, even Flandre the whole time. RNG were losing side waves when they were just looking for that siege down in mid, and they're fine taking it. So dragging up in 1 minute, that's what EDG are looking for.
It takes so much discipline to pull this type of play off in the best of 5. Last game here.
Because he's got a team to jump to, so Lance's fight is going to be okay. Some of the bleeding has still stopped, but we take the final resets. When you see that timer hit 1 minute, you better have been hitting the recall button. Show up with 40 seconds to spare, 45 seconds to spare, and get yourself onto the river. Take the vision, and it's just one more way for you to secure the game to sit on Soul Point.
And look at that. They're even trying to cut off any comeback potential. You see the blue pings from EDG down onto Baron? Just put 1 ward on that. Just make sure that they don't sneak Baron while we're setting up opposite side of the map.
RNG はバロン早いわけでもないし、ドラゴンも負けてるし。いやーもう5対5するしかないね、RNG。アイテム差がすごいけど。キャリーがみんなストップパッチ持ってて、J4 が GA 持ってるから、これ。ダメージも足りねえのに。勝てるんか。エドワードゲーミングみんなストップパッチと GA 持ってるぞ。ミスフォーチュンのウルト決まらねえぞ。ノーチラスのウルトもストップパッチで無効化されるんでね。ノーチラス対策できている。ノーチラスのワンコンを意識したアイテム。ノーチのエンゲージが完璧に潰されてしまいます。
Take control of the Baron vision. It's been cleared out by RNG. At least they'll make them check it, but you can easily solo Dragon. Graves has so much life steal, no problem.
There we go. Dragon Soul Point. 28:05. The last elemental Drake of the game will spawn. EDG will likely claim it, and they will have Infernal Soul. RNG.
ノーチャラスフックミスった。
And no one's willing to go. Graves was seen in mid. There's RNG's maybe only chance in this game.
And the map has just continuously been set up for EDG. You look at side lanes once again, and they're still pushing in. EDG have prepped these plays. They get mid lane turret, they get Dragon. They even get their vision back topside that theoretically they were trading for to take Dragon. So EDG just slowly choking RNG out. RNG at least haven't presented any big openings in the past few minutes for EDG to find a fight they can snowball off of. But now we're on Soul Point. We're 4 minutes and 20 seconds away from a fight that RNG need to take.
サポートのアイテムも確かにとんでもねえ差だな。ノーチラス貧乏すぎない。ユーミのアイテムやば。2コア出てんじゃん、ノーチ1コアで。1コアも出てねえや、ブーツしかねえや。いやー、ユーミなー、これめっちゃ強えよ。エンゲージするして勝てるビジョンが見えないね。
You look at the double item completion here now for Gwen. Once you get Cosmic Drive, your cooldowns are so small, so you can chase people down very effectively. But Ming now is under attack.
Load anchors away. Down to
ノーチ柔らかい。
Probably dying on this wave. EDG will grow their lead above 7,000. Viper needs one auto attack. Brian gonna zone him out. Threat of a shockwave now down as he command protects, and that means Viper can find the first one. Ult's gonna come out. The stun as well.
ノーチャラスウルト打った。フック当たらない。孤立したライズを狙う。オッケー。750ゴールドグエンが取った。エズリアルマイブリンク。
makes the call not to take this fight. 5v3.
これ追ったらエズリアルにしばかれるけどね。
But sadly, they aren't able to convert it into anything. Heck, if anything, Viper is still playing so aggressively, knowing exactly what he could do. RNG find the pick. That is nice relief, but it
かな
really
り
doesn't
強引
turn
に
into
タワー取って
anything.
一人やられ
Still
たね
can't。take the fight. They would have full control. And EDG just trying to poke this out, trying to siege him down. Nautilus ultimate immediately comes out onto Viper, but Viper gets away, just ease over the wall. They get onto Scout away with a really nice kick into the team, but he's caught out.
いいシーン捕まった。バーロン取られる。
And it's time to go for Baron. Another smite that way will not get in the Baron pit.
Yep. Scout
バーロン取られたら GG。
He's gonna teleport right on over 5v.
止められねえよこれ。
A miraculous
ミスフォーチュンのウルトでワンチャンスティールしかね
Bullet time, time it out.
Nope.
650, easy, guaranteed smite. And Baron is claimed. The gold lead now 9,000. And EDG will have this Baron buff during the Dragon Soul fight.
JJ has just been on point with the smites today. Isn't going to lose it to a bullet time. And now we're going to get onto the map where EDG's map play this time around has actually been very good, which was one of the flaws of their previous games, especially with the split push coming out from Flandre. So they've cleaned it up. They now have Baron. They have side lane pressure coming out from both Flandre and Scout. Scout even has the Realm Warp up. Does look like they might just continue to play out through two lanes, though, to not present a scenario where RNG can try to
絶望的だね。
knowing that they have the siege with Viper to just lock down these inhibitor turrets.
And I have to say, I love your point about Viper playing aggressively because I don't often like to see Ezreal Yuumi, but when I do, I want them to arcane shift forward. I want them to play aggressively. I want them to try and get every little bit of poke damage out.
いや
And he
ーな
has
んか
definitely been
エドワードゲーミングが
Last plant puts him pretty
ディフェンシブなアイテムも買ってるから余計倒せない気が
safe.
する。
Well, that's gonna be all right. True shot barrage again for poke. This one
ワンチャンがねえんだよな。
right 3 points to Viper, and now we're gonna find bot lane tier 2 under fire. Red Bull Baron power play about to read 2,000.
ダメージが足りねえや RNG。
Are worth a lot of gold. Xiao finishes his third item with Umbrella Nomicon. Emi Siege now at the inhibitor turret.
All right, when are they going to break? When have RNG had enough? When are they going to go for the all-in team fight? Xiao, who is on his 3-item power spike, close to level 16, would love to squeeze it out, but EDG aren't going to let him have it. A minute and 25 seconds left on the Baron means the siege continues. You see Ryze ushering up those minions through mid. Realm Warp is ready, so he can easily join if the commitment from RNG goes.
I just wonder what RNG are waiting for. EDG can just keep up the siege. Infernal Drake about to come up, so going for any type of crazy fight.
Flash knockup. Xiao could drop. The dunk is in. He barely lives, but they still find a 1 for nothing.
Wow.
There's a kill on to way. True shot barrage might almost hit. It's close.
死なね
But it's not going to be enough. Instead, it is time to die. It's a 2 for nothing. EDG diving into the base. Flandre brings a stopwatch. Viper arcane shifts forwards.
勝てー。
But Xiao is the death, and the same goes through for Gala. One man left
リーグオブシールド&サステン。
as RNG's hopes that a world title fall. EDG. It
GG エドワードゲーミング勝ち。
They will knock down RNG. This time, EDG won it all. This team, EDG, are headed to the semifinals.
And it is on